Hello, family. Cam here, and I am the Airwood campus pastor, and excited to have an opportunity to talk about our neighborhood ministry model. What is that? It sounds cool, right? But what it means is that we came together and really felt like God was calling us to be better stewards, better shepherds of the members of our church. We realized that Steele Creek, specifically the Airwood campus, is a very regional church. We have people who can drive for over maybe 45 minutes, some more than that, to get here on a Sunday. And so, for us as a pastoral team, when we plotted all these things out on a map of all the members, right, we're talking about those of you who have chosen to plant here, covenant with us as a church, and say, hey, I am here. This is my local church that I'm invested into. We saw it all over the Charlotte metro area, reaching into South Carolina because we're right here on the line. And looking at all those dots on the map, we began to pray. God, how do we steward this gift? How do we truly shepherd people and be pastors? The call to be a pastor, to be with the people, to know them, to show them where to go and be there when needs are arising. And so as we were praying through this, we came up with this idea of neighborhood ministry. And so all of us live in different places all over the map, all over the city, and we each have a zip code. Wherever you live, whether it's an apartment, a house, if you're living in a townhome, wherever you're living, you have a zip code, you have a place where you reside, right, where you're living. And so we took the zip codes and began to split them up into smaller neighborhoods. And so we came up with about 9 or 10, and at the time of this recording, there's probably 9 of them that we designated and said, hey, we have enough people in these zip codes that we can make this really big thing, this really big church that God has blessed us with all these members, and maybe make it a little bit smaller. We want to help plant care and discipleship where people live, so that we can really take the church home. So we can begin to live this life of being well-pleasing to Him every day, where we live, where we shop, where we go to school, where we work. And so as we're looking at this neighborhood model and you're asking, well, what does that mean? What's the goal for it? We really kind of came down to 3 things for us as a pastoral team, as an eldership, as a staff, that we want every member to be able to walk through. And so the 3 things are this. Number 1, we want everybody to be personally known. If you are a member with us, you have gone through discipleship, you're covenanting with us, you're invested into what is happening here at Steele Creek, we want you to be personally known. Personally known by a neighborhood pastor, by a neighborhood deacon, by somebody, maybe a life group leader that lives near you, so that you don't have to do this life alone. So that when things happen, you have somebody to call, somebody who knows your name, knows your spouse, knows your kids, because it's hard to care for someone when you don't know them, or you don't know where they're at, or where they're living, or what's happening. And with a church this size, that's a really big goal. It's a really big kind of first gate to get through with all of our members. But we think it's really important, and we're willing to put time and effort into making it happen. And so we want everybody to be personally known. Number 2, we desire for everybody to be practically shown. Practically shown what? Practically shown love, care, and service. And so making sure that you are connected to a shepherd, to a pastor, to a deacon, to a group, to something that's happening in your neighborhood, so that when things happen, not if they happen, but when things happen, you have someone in your church family to call, someone to reach out to, someone to ask for help, ask for prayer. And so we just want to practically be able to show you that care, that service, and the love that every member should be getting from your local church. And we also want to show you practically next steps. How do you get connected to things? How do I find groups? How do I find mission opportunities and outreach things? And so that's a part of our goal as neighborhood pastors, as neighborhood leadership teams, that you're personally known by one of us on the team that is leading these neighborhoods, and that you are practically shown care, service, and love, and practically shown all the things that our church is doing locally and globally and how you can be a part. So we want you to be personally known, practically shown. And the third, our desire for everybody, right, is to plant discipleship, plant growth, spiritual growth and maturity in these neighborhoods through you. And so the third thing is that we desire for everybody to be spiritually grown. It's hard to do that without relationship, without being personally known. It's hard to do that without being practically just shown and cared for and supported and served and loved. But we desire for you to grow spiritually where you are. And so that means getting involved with life groups or triads or working through some of our discipleship material with other people in your neighborhood to grow spiritually. It also means attaching and serving your own neighborhood, right? It means going into your own streets, grabbing other people from the church family that live near you and serving your neighbor where you live. So engaging you with mission opportunities, engaging you with gathering opportunities, with groups, with studies, with all those things that are closer to where you are, or at least connected to people that live near you. So again, in recap, the desire here is to make this really big place a lot smaller, where we can live in community where God has planted us in our different neighborhoods all over the city, and to be well-pleasing to Him as we serve one another, love one another, and desire for every member that is a part of our church and in these neighborhoods to be personally known, practically shown, and spiritually grown. We're so excited that you're joining with us and look forward to meeting you, to knowing you, to helping show you all the things that God has in store for you and for your own spiritual growth along the way. So check out more information, find out who your neighborhood pastor is, and we are looking forward to beginning this journey together, but also sustaining it together for God to bring glory and His kingdom to every neighborhood that we're a part of.